Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. If you need a roof, you call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and the all-new On Fire Athletes platform. The platform powered by GameCoin, the first and greatest digital trading card platform on the face of planet Earth. On Fire Athletes. Okay, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Let's get rolling here this morning. Saints sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How you like me nah? Love it. 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 Clyde was released by the Chiefs. Saints dealing with a little injury issue with Alvin Kamara. So Kendre Miller and question mark, how about Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who actually fits the Saints offense like a glove? The ability to get to the perimeter, the ability to run between the tackles, the ability to catch out of the backfield. He is a complete running back. So won a couple of Super Bowls with the Chiefs. The culture that he was in with Kansas City. Good organization, winning organization, and now coming home, man. Love it, love it, love it, love everything about it. Hope he gets to play. They signed him to the practice squad, so we'll see. But if he's active this week, how quickly he can kind of get acclimated, ramped up. That'll be fun to see. But Saints add Clyde. Let me know your thoughts on that. LSU yesterday hosted big defensive tackle from Texas, and they're talking to that big Washington State offensive lineman, 3-year starter. We'll see who pops next. Sydir Mitchell. Sydir Mitchell is the defensive tackle's name from Texas. Now, 2 years, not very productive. I think he's got 7 tackles in 2 years, but 6'6", 350 is undeniable. So you're talking about a massive dude, veteran dude, be entering his 3rd year. Signed with Bo Davis, played with Bo Davis, hit the portal immediately, makes contact with Bo Davis. So remember the 4 players, that defensive tackles that LSU signed in this most recent signing class, all 4 were being recruited by Bo Davis at Texas. So it was just, hey, you liked me there? Come here. So love what Bo Davis is doing there. We'll see if they can get Sydir Mitchell. He's not as highly ranked in the portal rankings as some of the other guys that are already I was looking for them and couldn't remember, period. It's fine. But would be a big body position need. Had a chat yesterday with Shea Dixon, and Shea said kind of a lot of the same things that we've been talking about here, which is safety help and probably offensive line help that LSU is going to get. Players probably not in the portal yet. And I know that, tampering happens, but I think there is the way that is circumvented is it's not necessarily the player talking to a coach or a representative from the university. Typically, players have an agent, representative, whoever, who handles those conversations for them. And that is very common. So generally speaking, think of it how often guys enter the portal and immediately they're putting out a graphic. I've heard from all these coaches, or been offered by so and so, and I mean, maybe it's legal tampering or however you want to phrase it. But suffice to say, I think there's players that multiple that LSU knows are planning to go on the portal, and they've got a pretty good beat on things. So they're not done yet. We'll see what's next. All right, please smash the like button if you would, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Hey, Sean, love seeing Clyde with the Saints. Let's get OBJ, if nothing else, gives us something to cheer for. I mentioned it last week that I do agree on Odell. He cleared waivers, so he's a free agent, can sign with any team. I don't know that any of the guys the Saints have on the roster receiver right now are long-term options. I think Marquez Valdez-Scantling is really interesting, except for the fact that he and Rashid Shaheed essentially are the same guy. Now, Valdez-Scantling's older, but he's also taller, bigger, but they're basically your stretch the field receiver. But I don't know that Pettis or Kevin Austin or uh, Cedric Wilson, any of these guys are on the Saints next year. So, use the draft pick on Bub Means. So if he's healthy and go, you like to see him. But other than that, who else is on the roster next year? So yeah, go get Odell for 3 games. Why not? Jacob Thompson, Brian Wynn, Bubba Smith, Brian Penn, good morning. Did you go see the Billy Cannon exhibit? What Billy Cannon exhibit? Are you talking about the statue by the stadium? Or is there, if there's an exhibit, please let me know. I'm not familiar. Brett DeGrow, Nicholas Cross, good morning. Thomas, morning, Matt. Happy birthday to my daughter, Marky Big 32. All right. Happy birthday, Marky. Hope everything is awesome on your day. Not sure if she's watching, but if she is, happy birthday. Hope it is an awesome day. We'll all raise our coffee or whatever we got to wish you happy birthday. Hope mom and dad still give you presents. Caleb Falk, morning, Matt. Really like the additions in the portal. Wide receiver room could be special. Excited about the DB room also. DB room, got to add safety help. And the feeling I get is that you're probably going to have to wait until after the playoff. Meaning somebody, and I don't know the name, but meaning somebody playing in the playoff is likely, a safety is likely to hit the portal, and LSU feels like they have a beat on. Josh Blackman, could the Pavia situation regarding junior college set a precedent for all current players that played junior college ball, allow them more eligibility? Maybe, but remember, the NCAA didn't grant Pavia eligibility. A judge granted him the injunction to be able to play. The NCAA still hasn't granted him eligibility. So that's not a slam dunk that he's going to play next year. Yeah, and by the way, that is relevant for LSU because obviously LSU plays Vanderbilt next year, and I would much rather not play Diego Pavia. I'd rather play whoever the next person is that'll roll through Vanderbilt there. Tiger Poppy, good morning. All I want for Christmas is a safety. Good time. Hey, Fred, good morning. Who do you think will be LSU starting wide receivers? Well, it obviously depends on what wide receiver sets they're in, but Nick Anderson, Aaron Anderson, Barry and Brown are your top 3 for sure. Philip, morning, Matt. Do you foresee a situation where every team would have some sort of GM like how we have an Austin Thomas to handle? Yes. And by the way, Philip, that's already happened. Now it's some people call it a GM, some call it chief of staff, director of player personnel, director of football operations. There's a lot of different titles that people have, but yes, essentially everybody has that guy because a coach, or that man or that woman, because a coach isn't able to be locked into that all the time while also coaching the team. Think about it. Like LSU's going through bowl practices right now. So Austin Thomas and his staff, that's what they're doing. They're looking who's in the portal. They're evaluating needs, ranking players on their board. Not that different from like a draft evaluation process in the NFL. It is very much like an NFL offseason now. Reed Rule, Jason H., good morning. Rocky, good morning. Any portal additions expected today? Not unless if they get the big kid from Texas, but I don't know that answer. And I know there was an offensive lineman. Again, one of those situations where not in the portal yet, but through representatives, is likely to enter, and I think LSU feels good about it. This player's team does play in a bowl game. I don't know if this player is planning on being with the team through the bowl game or will leave early. I don't know. But when you know when you know. But I don't know I don't know today. Madden Goon, please. We're not going to go special ed car. Come on, man. Critter Getter, good morning. All we need is Joe. Brett, good morning. Devin, good morning, Matt. Who you got versus Notre Dame versus Indiana? I don't think Indiana can keep up in the fourth quarter. So Devin, here's the thing. I think we all watched Indiana go play Ohio State on the road and struggle. And so we're all looking going, when they had to play the big boy, they couldn't hang. So how are they going to fare against Notre Dame? And I think that's a pretty natural point of view. I also look at who Notre Dame played and I go, who did you play? They played one ranked team. Notre Dame did. That's Army. That's it. So actually, Notre Dame's resume looks a lot like Indiana's resume, quite honestly. I do think Notre Dame's defense is really good. Notre Dame did go to Kyle Field and win, but that's an 8-4 Texas A&M team, as we saw. And Connor Wegman, who a lot of people praise going into the season as a potential first-round pick, stunk, got benched, in the portal. So I don't know what we really know about Notre Dame. The one game all year where they got behind and had to throw was the game against Northern Illinois, and Riley Leonard was incapable. So I think that is the most interesting round one game. I know the name on the marquee tells us that we should all be excited about Tennessee and Ohio State, which I think that's going to be great too. I think all the games are going to be great. But Friday night, Notre Dame against Indiana, I think is the one that probably really will be keeping an eye on to go, you got two teams that have looked really good at times this year, but I don't think we know how good Notre Dame really is because they really haven't been tested either. All right, I'll be right back. Hang on.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Actually got our meeting over at Parish this morning. ParishBuilt.com. ParishBuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Remember, if you need orthopedics, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. Unique Physique and Restored Motions. Unique Physique, that's semaglutide, tirzepatide. The once-a-week injections for weight loss. If you want to learn more, remember, you can do the whole thing over telemed. They'll ship your medicine anywhere in the country. They have 3-month pricing right now, where if you pay for 3 months, you save $100 on your medicine. So check it out, uniquephysique.com. And On Fire Athletes, the platform powered by GameCoin, the world's first and greatest blockchain platform promoting digital trading cards where the athletes are in control and can make money. Very cool. Let's see. Brent, good morning, Matt. Today's 57. All right, Brent, happy birthday, man. The big 5-7. You know what they call the 57th birthday? They call that the Sapphire birthday. I just made that up. Like a golden birthday or a silver anniversary or a... Yeah. Happy birthday. Tiger Diver, is Whiskey and Wine on for after the game? Whiskey and Wine is on for after the game. T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan after LSU and Baylor, so we'll look forward to seeing you there. And yes, the Alabama athletic director, Greg Byrne, whining about NIL is hilarious because it is just very, very clear that they collectively as a program are going through through the ebb right now. 3-loss season, playing in the ReliaQuest Bowl. You lose to Vandy. You lose to 6-6 Oklahoma. You lost a ton of guys out of the portal. I don't believe, as of right now, Alabama has a portal commitment. Yeah, I think. It looks like they have one. Yeah, it looks like they have one portal commitment so far. Or two, maybe? Must be doing this right. Kelby Collins and Cameron Calhoun. So they've gotten two. Anyway, whatever. Hey, Bart, good morning. Y'all please smash the like button if you would. Brian Jones, do we go after two safeties? Possibly, Brian. One thing to keep in mind is that Mansour Delane from Virginia Tech, he can play. They think he can play safety too. So there's a possibility he kicks back and plays safety. Tony Williams, Bart and Brent St. Germain, not related, as I found out. Rocky, who are the starting safeties next year? Don't know. I think you are gonna. There will be a safety next year, a starting safety, who is not currently on the team. I'll put it to you that way. Jeff, good morning. Brian, update on Jacoby Matthews. Haven't heard. Brian, all his memorabilia is at the State Museum. But I said, oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, good. That's really cool. Opened up yesterday. Good to know. Gunnar Michaels, good morning. God, I love it, Thomas. That's great. So hopefully she saw. Let's see. Nuss has some real good weapons going next year for sure. If we can have a run game, take pressure off of Nuss, we'll be cooking. Let's see. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Eric, 0 complaints and observation after next season. I'd imagine we lose the entire wide receiver room. Seems like we're entering a cycle of constant portal there to build it. Well, Eric, the one thing to look at to the contrast of that is it all depends on who stays, right? So you'll have Kyle Parker coming back off of injury. You signed Teron Francis and who am I missing this year? You also have Jelani Watkins and Kylan Billiot, who redshirted. So point being, you've got a lot of young guys you haven't seen yet. So effectively what you do in taking guys in the portal is you say, instead of saying, we're going to see how the young guys can do, let's just go get an amazing player that's, like a immediate impact guy. And I don't mind doing that. Weston saw posted Elster hasn't reached out to Jacoby Matthews. Any thoughts? No, I don't know what's going on with Jacoby Matthews. Someone just asked that. What I've told you, and I do know, is that when Jacoby went into the portal in the spring, he was interested in Ole Miss and LSU. I know he took online classes this summer and this fall to stay eligible, and he's eligible and intends to play somewhere next year. So I don't know anything more than that. That's what I've said. That's what I know. Anything else is speculative. Brad David, good morning. Mark, New Orleans Bull is tonight. Oh, I don't even know who's playing. Austin Thomas is the GOAT. Gregory, what was the price for Clyde? Oh, I'm sure he's on veteran minimum. And remember, you get game checks, so there's only 3 more games, so nothing. So, Michael Cook, good morning. Todd Harris, good morning. Really good with portal signings. Get more tight end depth, one experience safety. Yeah, I don't know that they need another tight end, Todd. I think they could add just a straight blocker. But I mean, Bauer Sharp's your starter. You're bringing in JD LaFleur. You, in theory, could keep Trey Dez as sort of a hybrid tight end. So I don't know that they want a fourth. We'll see how that looks, but safety is a for sure. Let's see. Critter Getter, if Nuss gets beat out of his starting position, does he stay or transfer? Nuss is not getting beaten out of his starting position. Like, I don't know why you would think that he would or could even be challenged. He's they paid Garrett Nussmeier handsomely to be the starter. He's going to be the starter. I mean, he just threw for 4,000 yards. I mean, that's not even a question. Charlie, Thomas new record tomorrow. We'll see. Quentin, Eric, yeah. So Scone and T, we pulled the plug on Scone and T at curbside. Unfortunately, it was just a thing where we were going so good, and then we had like 3 out of 4 weeks we had something, and then like this whole month Thursdays weren't available. So I offered curbside. We could move to Wednesdays, and they weren't interested. So they just said, let's just pull the plug on it. So I'm not opposed to me and T-Bob continuing to do the show, just not live at curbside. We'll see what we elect to do. Christian, 5-star wide receiver signed with Oregon, is asking to be released and flipping to Florida. Maybe the check didn't clear. No idea. Or maybe Florida offered more. No idea. Nick Como is Clyde on the practice squad, or will he play? Practice squad, but remember, you can always sign guys from the practice squad to the active roster on game day. And something worth keeping in mind is what happens with Derek Carr. If they do put Derek Carr on IR, then that opens up a roster spot, and you could sign someone from the practice squad to the active roster. Any possibility of Sage coming back? I don't know. Not that I've heard. I mean, just to be very honest, I mean, your safety play was bad this year. I don't know that there's a real want or desire for that on either side. So, all right, y'all. Brett, does staff feel like Sean Spears developing a starting safety? Yes, but keep in mind, like, you played 3 or 4 different safeties this year consistently. So yes, I think Spears will become that, but you're going to go get a starter. Remember, Jordan Gilbert's coming back as well. How much does he improve? Might be an interesting thing to see, after spring, how that looks. So, all right, please smash the like button if you would. Oh, that's the other one. Thank you, Brian. That's Philip Wright. Thank you. That's the other one. I knew it was another state receiver. Receiver from the state of Louisiana. I couldn't remember. Thank you. All right, y'all. I got to get going. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. My officially again. I know it's 7:46. I got to go. All right. Locked on LSU is already live. I recorded that like 1 a.m, so I'm actually very tired. But anyway, so please go listen or watch. If nothing else, just to see if I look really tired on that episode and if I sound coherent. Anyway, all right, I got to go. Y'all have a great day. Locked on LSU, AFR 3. We'll see you. Peace.